Hello Libra, welcome to a weekly tarot reading from August 3rd, which is a full moon in Aquarius, until August 9th. It's Raina here. This is kind of an excuse, if you will, to show off my new tarot cards. I usually don't do weekly tarot readings, but one reason I thought this would be a good idea is to show off my new tarot cards that I got on Wednesday night, and they're called the Light Seers Tarot. This is what it looks like on the front. This is what it looks like on the back. Oops. So, without further ado, let's get into this. And I'm using a spread from the Emerald Lotus divination people, and I've used them before. Very good, very inventive. Okay, so let me put these to the side. Your week as a whole. It's the first card. Six of Wands. This is a card of victory, a card of taking your bow, having accolades given to you. So Wands can be career matters, and this indicates like favorable career matters, if that makes any sense to you, and things can be looking really good. Let's see, what is your... Well, your 10th house is Cancer. And Venus is going into Cancer, I think on the 7th of the month of August. So that would make perfect sense of being favorably received by others that are in positions of authority. Something unexpected that will arise. But this looks good. Four of Pentacles. And this is a card of, you can see she's clutching her wallet, or whatever you call that, like little coin purse. But it looks like it's a lot more than just pennies in there. And the Four of Pentacles is about sound money management. It can be financial security. So maybe there's some kind of money coming your way that makes you have something to be secure about. It's possible that there might be an expense that has you kind of like making sure you have enough to cover it, I suppose. But I look at, because of the number 4, I look at how it represents stability. And so this may be, perhaps this is a raise, and it comes from your career achievement, and you're getting a raise, and it's all like something that was a pleasant surprise to you. How you can stay grounded and balanced. The Three of Pentacles. This is one that I have not picked yet, and so I'm looking at it. Very interesting depiction. It almost looks like it reminds me of a traffic light. And this is a card that is about, they show people working together. And so this is something that I think is natural to Librans anyway. I would wager that most of you probably prefer working as a team than as an individual. There might be some of you, if you have a heavy Scorpio influence, that are not necessarily like that. Maybe your Sun is very close to either Virgo or Scorpio, and you're more solitary. But I think in general, because Libra is a sign of partnership, that you prefer that, and it's easy for you to get along with people compared to the rest of us, maybe. And so you're good at managing people. So you may have something come up where you know, even if you are gaining that kind of recognition and you have, let's say that you got a promotion, but you used to work with the people that you are now in charge of. The more that you can keep that kind of egalitarian spirit, I think the better, where you're not like all of a sudden this authority figure. And I think that the average Libra person would naturally do that, would not just lord it over somebody and forget that they had once been all in the same boat. But, you know, remembering that other people, that it takes everyone working in cooperation to even make you look great, and being able to return the favor by still participating in the projects and not, you know, just delegating, in other words. The fourth position is important emotion that I will feel this week. Story of your life. Two of Swords. First of all, you are swords. And so with the Two of Swords, whenever you see the two, there is some kind of duality going on. Some kind of a decision. Maybe you're of two minds about something. So you may be feeling torn in some way, Libra, and they characterize this as important. And maybe this is a crossroads for you in some way, that you have to acknowledge that going forth, you're going to have to be doing something in a certain way that you didn't do before. So that could look like so many different things to different people. You know, I noticed, because I'm still getting used to this deck, that even in this deck, they depict this person as having a blindfold on. And you see that there are two crows, or whatever you want to call them, that are kind of tugging at her. Maybe you could even say attacking her in some way. And a lot of times when we are trying to figure out which way to go, we feel like pulled in two different directions. But I find it very interesting that with the Rider-Waite and the faithful depictions of the Rider-Waite deck, that they show somebody being blindfolded, which indicates to me that they are trying to, you know, symbolize that somebody may not be seeing things as they really are. So they're making a decision, but they're kind of making it with the, you know, with maybe like a few delusions, illusions, things are not really as they seem. Maybe you're being too rosy about something that is really quite serious, and you're making a decision based on that delusion because you want something to be true. So, for instance, if you have, you know, gotten some kind of a promotion and a raise, and yet perhaps, you know, Three of Pentacles sometimes can be a pregnancy. And a pregnancy, you may feel like, but this is so great. This is such an important thing to me. I don't really want to stay home and raise a child. And yet, perhaps there was a time when you were like agonizing over not being able to conceive a child. So, you know, now that you've gotten this promotion, all of a sudden it matters to you, when before the one thing that mattered to you more than anything was to be able to get pregnant. So it might be something that is completely tugging at you because there's such different paths, and yet you're not seeing something and you need to see it. 5, something that will inspire you. Very interesting. I hadn't gotten this card before. The Queen of Wands, which is a card of especially with women, the working mother. So if you had in your mind that you have to do things a certain way, you know, talking about that pregnancy angle, then this could be somebody that you talk to that shows you that it can be done. This also is a card of somebody, like if you've gotten a promotion as, yeah, I mean, that could be it too. Maybe the Two of Swords, what if you get a promotion, Libra, and one of the first things you have to do is fire somebody, and you can't think of who you have to fire? That would be really hard. I don't think I would be able to do that kind of a job. I don't know. Maybe I could, but letting somebody go or cutting somebody's hours, and, you know, with Libra, there's such a sense of fairness that is associated with Libra. And so it can be very hard for you to say, okay, yes, I'm going to pick this person, because you think, I don't want to single out that person. Even if you know deep down inside that somebody else's performance is more satisfactory overall, you may still feel like it's unfair to that other person. So, you know, these kinds of situations can arise because, you know, Libra is also infamous for indecision. And from, you know, I've said this before, but I read somewhere that indecision is often caused by a person who second guesses themselves. So in other words, there's a kind of like an insecurity where the person doesn't really know whether or not what they perceive is really the truth. And therefore they, you know, say, is this really a good thing? And they don't have faith in their own way of looking at things. And that's sad, because but that's something you can change easily by, first of all, being aware that you're doing it. And so with the Queen of Wands, it can be this confidence that you develop. Wands are fire energy. Fire energy, like I had mentioned before, or I hope I did, maybe I didn't, is very independent, and it's very confident. And it's about the self. So when you know who you are, it's easier to make decisions because you know what you like and you know what you don't like. And that can extend to other people, places, and things. So when you have to make a decision about, let's say, two people that are now your employees, you're able to do so without feeling like you're doing the wrong thing, because you know who you are and you know that you're not doing anything maliciously. You know this is part of your job description. So it's about confidence coupled with sensitivity. Okay. Trying to get my laptop up. How your spirit guides will speak to you this week. King of Cups, or maybe what they will say. That's kind of a vague thing to me, like how your guides will speak to you. Maybe through meditation, maybe through a person that you meet who is a spiritual teacher, that they kind of arrange for you to meet. Even if you don't know your spirit guides, and I had somebody tell me the names of my spirit guides, but I don't feel consciously in contact with them. Although I don't know if any of you feel like this, but I always feel when I'm, you know, living my life, that it's almost like I have somebody or people there with me, that it's not just me. It's like, you know how when you're with your partner or somebody like a friend and you're experiencing going to the movies or anything that you do, it's like when you have somebody there with you, it kind of adds a richness of experience because you can kind of share that experience. But I feel like even when I'm alone, I'm doing that. So unless I have multiple personalities, I think that there are spirit guides that are connected to, that I'm connected to, that I am experiencing these things with, and I'm, you know, sharing my interactions with them on some level. So maybe something to do with a spiritual teacher or a water sign male who is older, or at least a very emotionally mature person, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio individual may come into your life, or you will be dealing with them. And the last card is how to best support yourself this week. And your card, the Justice card. Balance. Making sure that you are, you know, taking care of yourself, not working too hard, even if you get a promotion or what have you, that you have time for rest, that you honor yourself, Libra, and also emotionally. So anyway, I hope that you receive something from this. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.